What is good, NIO family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the overall market just very briefly and talk more about NIO's stock. I'm not going to break anything down in too much detail for this video. I'm just going to break down the news that came out and how it's affecting NIO and what the shorts are doing. Before I say anything about this and talk about NIO's share price, though, I have to mention a couple of things real quick. Firstly, I'm not a financial planner. Make sure you take none of this as financial advice whatsoever. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire NIO community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo, the link down below, and deposit $100 into the account, you're guaranteed up to 10 free stocks, each worth up to $2,000. And the best part is, any could be a free NIO share. The offer ends very soon. Check it out before they run out. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So NIO is down almost 6% for the day, getting a sell-off as I did predict. I told you guys NIO might start off with a bounce, right? Try to push up early in the morning, and then we could either get the sell-off today or maybe like as soon as next week. And the sell-off came a little bit early, but it still came. Now, we did also get a push-up in the morning. You could see NIO was around 8.46 to 8.5 a share. It pushed up in the morning during the pre-market, and then we got the sell-off later on today. But why did the market sell off? Why is SPY red, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the QQQ, and Tesla? Why is there so much red today? First off, technicals were suggesting that I will break that down tomorrow in more detail. And then for today, we had some bearish news. We had Bowman from the Fed speaking, and she was being more hawkish. She said that things are not looking the best. Inflation is still too hot, and there's a lot of work to be done. She also mentioned, or it wasn't just her, it was the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Survey, which is telling us that that's continuing to drop. We're seeing sentiments dropping amidst the debt ceiling situation, which could become a crisis. And on top of that, there is more news coming out about inflationary expectations. We're expecting another increase in inflation. It says it right here, long-term inflation expectations have risen over 0.2, which is actually higher than the previous expectation of a decline of 2.9%. So now it's going up. People are expecting higher inflation, at least for the longer term. And there's news coming out about how the stock market is just getting crazier. I don't know why this is not showing. The debt ceiling fight makes Washington a stock market wild card. So that's very interesting to see. On top of that, if you look at the debt ceiling, I mean, back in 2011, when we were approaching the debt ceiling crisis, before it was raised, the market tended to sell off. This happened in 2011, also happened slightly in 2013. It could happen again. It's very possible. We're starting to see more fears regarding it, and this is leading to more selling pressure for the markets. So after Bowman from the Fed was speaking, the market ended up selling off more. And since then, I mean, we have some stuff coming out for next week. We have a lot of Fed speakers on Monday. We have a lot of them for Tuesday as well. We have Bostic and Mester, lots of housing data, and other things coming out. I don't see too much massive stuff coming out, except for Jerome Powell giving a speech on next Friday. So that's going to be a big day. And other than that, I mean, it's just mainly Fed speakers and lots of speeches every single day next week. The market has not been as reactive to the Fed as it was last year, or even during the earlier months, but it still is important. Now, amidst all of the panic that's going on, we're starting to see a big increase in NIO short interest. We saw about 5.4 million NIO shares shorted. The day before that, there were only like 2 million, then 3 million. So there's an increase in the amount of shares that are being shorted for NIO. Shorts are piling in again, and they're starting to suppress the price, of course. And they do this to help bring NIO down and make money in the process. The act of more shares being shorted in itself is going to lead to more downside for stocks, because when people short and short and short, more and more selling pressure comes because of the market makers, right? They have to hedge, and as the shorts pile in, the downwards pressure is hurting NIO and other stocks in the markets. And I'm anticipating that there's going to be a rebound in the market. I think the market is going to try to get another bounce again, but it's going to be minor. I don't expect it to be that huge. And it's going to be another shorting opportunity, most likely. Not financial advice, by the way, but for the collective market, that's what I'm seeing. And I believe that even if we do get, some kind of bounce, even if it does happen for like Monday or Tuesday, Not counting on it to be that massive. I think the bigger move is going to be the downside for the markets. NIO could try to get a rebound, but like I said, I mean, there are these gaps back in the 7, 7.6, even 7.3. Might bounce a little bit, then come right back down into the lower sevens, unfortunately. I know it's not what you want to hear, but that's what the trends are telling me. I will show you more details about this on Saturday. So I will break that down for you. But other than that, I just want to give you guys just a brief update about what's going on and why you should be very patient and cautious amidst all of the things going on. And finally, I'm just going to talk about some technicals about NIO before I end this video. Looking at the price, I mean, on the daily basis, when you look at this on daily charts, it's continuing to downtrend. NIO has been continuing to downtrend and it has some risk to it. There was a bullish divergence that formed here. This formed from when NIO hit 7.33 on the RSI and also on the MACD. NIO tried to bounce off of it, but now it's showing some weakness after getting that bounce because when I include the extended hours, it's clear that this is telling us something else on the 1 hour time frame. The MACD, excuse me, the MACD is starting to curl and it still is pretty open for the 1 hour time frame. There is a bullish divergence I'm seeing on the 1 hour time frame, so yes, rebound is likely going to come for NIO, but I'm not counting on it to be too big, unfortunately. It looks more like NIO is going to continue to sell off afterwards, to rebound and just continue to sell off. Not much else from the 1 hour time frame. On the 30 minutes, the 30 minutes could be used very well for scalping. There's going to be a bullish cross, most likely, so it's going to try to push up. And the more like micro you look on the chart, uh, the better it's going to look like for a potential rebound. On the 5 minute time frame, not a whole lot is going on. I mean, just look at it, it's been just continuing to chop around for the most of the day. But there's a bullish divergence again. So for the short term, it looks like it's going to try to bounce first before we do start to see more downside. That's what the odds are favoring, and that's what I'm seeing for the charts, at least for now. So anyways, guys, I want to thank you all for listening. I also want to note that in a later video, I might cough a little bit because I have a slight cough. I know, like for now, I'm not coughing, but it could happen again. And that's because I went to a hairdresser and the barber ended up possibly having a flu or a cold. I've tested negative for any like major viruses, so it's not as significant, but it seems to be a minor cold that I have. So I might cough a little bit here and there, but so far it has not been anything too serious. I'm going to rest a lot tomorrow, but I will still have an uploaded video, which I'm recording like now, just so that you guys have something. And then I'll be back on Sunday after that. So I'll be fine, hopefully. Hopefully nothing bad happens. And I'm going to continue to improve. Everything is fine. Thank you all for listening. Uh, as far as the data goes, be on the lookout for more videos coming from me and also what the charts tell us. All right, so I have some merch for you guys if you're interested in buying anything around the comment section. Don't forget to look there and don't forget about the Moomoo link. The offer ends very, very soon. I will be promoting this for just a couple more days before I transition to something else. Please, please, please be on the lookout. Thank you. NIO to the moon as the long term is very bright, and peace out.